Casper Labs has a secret blockchain partner and some very convincing ties to Elon Musk. We're going to do a two-part series exposing this secret blockchain partner, which is BLOCKv, and lay the foundation for why I believe Twitter, now called X, might be built on top of Casper. Make sure you watch part 1 because it's really going to lay the foundation for part 2, which is coming very soon. BLOCKv is a very under-the-radar protocol that has founders who built Tether, invented the NFT, are partnered with Visa, and more. And not a lot of people understand that Casper is in partnership with BLOCKv. So, I had to come with some receipts. So back in June of 2022, BLOCKv and Smart Media Technologies, which is a company built on top of BLOCKv, partner with Casper Labs to provide NFT solutions for global brands. Now, that says it all. I'm going to link this article in the description for the Casper fam to come read and learn exactly how this is all going to work. This sentence right here says a lot of it. The integration of smart media tech stack and the BLOCKv's SmartNFT on the Casper blockchain is a natural fit. And the reason why it's a natural fit is because smart NFTs are upgradeable and programmable like apps. And if you understand the Casper blockchain, it's also upgradable, programmable, and can be modified for the needs of institutions, small businesses, anything. It can be private, public, it can be updated after the fact. And so when you understand the technology that both BLOCKv and Casper Labs bring, you'll see why it's a perfect fit. So to lay the foundation for part 2 of this video series connecting Casper Labs, BLOCKv, vAtom, XPRIZE to Elon Musk and Twitter, I've put together this graphic. Let's break it down. On the left, you see Eric Pulier. He's the founder of vAtom and BLOCKv. He's also the co-inventor of the SmartNFT. Now, he is close friends with Peter Diamandis. This is somebody everybody should get very familiar with. They sit on the board of each other's company. Peter Diamandis sits currently on the board of vAtom. He was on the board of BLOCKv. Eric Pulier was on the board of XPRIZE, which is Peter Diamandis' flagship enterprise that he puts together. And in part 2, we're going to break down Elon's connection to XPRIZE, right? Notice the X, right? It's all about the X, guys, and the V. And then we have Medea Paklikar. She is the founder of Casper Labs. And vAtom and Casper have partnered with XPRIZE, and they announced this at the World Economic Forum.
Today, DevX DAO, the co-creation of Wolf Call and Casper and a variety of other wonderful humans, has made a commitment for 100 million Casper tokens. At today's value, that's $3.8 million. Is the largest grant they've ever awarded in the history of the organization. Now that means that if Casper hits a buck, you've actually given us $100 million as a massive impact on society. So, when Casper and DevX DAO and everything decided to do this, this was not without a lot of conversations and a lot of visions and a lot of possibilities. But it all kind of started out with my buddy Eric Pulier.
Now, as we just covered, Medea is partnered with BLOCKv. Reeve Collins is the founder of Smart Media Technologies and BLOCKv. He's also the inventor of the stablecoin, the co-inventor of the NFT. These are all big dogs, right? In every room they go into. And as you can, if you want to pause this video and really kind of grasp this for yourself, you can see this is a small circle. They're all connected. They're all partnered. They've raised a lot of money. In 2022, at the World Economic Forum, they announced that they raised $3.8 million worth of Casper tokens, 100 million tokens, to build an app that enhances human engagement.
I couldn't be more excited about the people and the technologies that are coming together in such a seamless way to build what I believe is one of the more important answers to the challenge of how we're going to organize in the future, how humanity is going to come together in new ways to empower each of us to live our best lives. And the technologies are not insignificant. It's really exciting to see where Casper blockchain has come as one of the only true enterprise class blockchains. and where vAtom has come as one of the only true enterprise class underlying Web3 platforms. And to bring that together with XPRIZE, which has really been an emblem or like a symbol of hope, I believe, of how people can come together and tackle the world's grandest challenges. And now to have the opportunity to democratize that and to bring that passion that Peter and Anusha have been driving and the small group of individuals into a global phenomenon is truly an honor.
Now, all these clips we've shown so far are from the 2023 World Economic Forum, but they all came together again last month to really showcase what they built. And that's where Elon really comes into play. But before we get that, we have one more piece of the puzzle to lay to really connect the dots to Elon Musk. So we're going to listen to what Peter Diamandis had to say last year about this collaboration.
The XPRIZE started 27 years ago with a single $10 million spaceflight prize. Since then, we've launched, on the order of 16, 17 prizes, a total of $300 million. We launched our first $100 million prize 18 months ago on extracting carbon at gigaton scale. We're about to launch another couple of $100 million prizes in the near term, so stay tuned for that. But it's always been a situation where we use the crowd to go and solve the problem, but we have not used large-scale crowd and community to really drive other elements of the XPRIZE. And my first conversations on this, before meeting you on the doorstep, Tony, and thank you for all the work that you've done, and thank you to Casper and DevXDAO for supporting this, were some conversations with Eric Pulier, who's with us here today, 5-6 years ago. I mean, around the time he minted the first NFT, it was around how do we really truly engage the public to help us identify the problems that need to be solved, design these, actually, vote up to the top the prizes that they most want to get funded.
Now, I hope all the pieces are starting to come together for you guys, so you see what I see, which is the magnitude of the players involved in this. The World Economic Forum, Casper, Peter Diamandis, Eric Pulier, BLOCKv, vAtom. It's a big deal, man. And I want to leave you guys with a little teaser of part 2 where Elon comes into play. Because, man, part 2 is really the doozy. Part 1 was really just to lay the groundwork so you guys get familiar with the players involved. But part 2 is going to be one of my favorite videos I've ever made, especially if my prediction that Casper Labs, vAtom, and BLOCKv are going to underpin Twitter 2.0, which is known as the X.
Yeah. Here to talk about the launch of the largest prize ever, $100 million XPRIZE for carbon capture, and here with a very special guest, probably one of the greatest innovators and engineer of our time, the CEO of Tesla, of SpaceX, of a bunch of other companies, and someone I'm proud to call a friend. Elon.
Hey, Peter.
Good to see you.
Good to see you.
Yeah. It's the perfect setting for our conversation today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We've known each other for a long time now.
Yeah. 21 years, I think. It was like 2000?
Yeah, whoa, it is. I think it was 2000 in like Brazil.
Brazil, it was
actually in a similarly nice sort of setting.
Yeah, it was Adeo's birthday.
Yeah, Florianopolis.
In Florianopolis.
Yeah, and you're trying to convince me not to start a rocket company.
I was trying to convince you to fund the original XPRIZE before I met Anusha.
Yes, but you also you're like really advised me not to start a rocket company because I would lose all my money, which I thought you were probably right. So I thought a 10% chance of success, but anyway, it seems to have worked out.
I'm sure glad you didn't follow my advice. Blockchain is a protocol, very much like TCP/IP. The internet is a protocol, but it's not really been something that any of us use anywhere near as much as we use the internet. If you remember the very first time you used the internet and you said, what is this thing called email, or what is this thing of a web browser? That same transition is occurring right now. BLOCKv is an interface moment. It's something that's lying on top of blockchain that's going to allow blockchain to become extraordinarily usable. It's going to create tremendous amount of wealth, and it's going to change the way that we think of and use blockchain in general. I think you'll walk away with not only an interface moment, but a holy shit moment as well.